A fraud? Ain't no fraud. I'm. I need my invincible thing car right there. Overall review, I think we all pretty much on the same page with it. It was a great premiere, great introduction to bring people into the Invincible universe, especially with all the superhero properties that's coming out right now at the same time. I ain't gonna lie, like there was, Invincible. I keep telling people, Invincible is probably number one superhero property for me right now. Not because of the hype, just like right now. As like with all the seasons that just popped off within the last 2 months, 3 months, WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, all of that stuff that just popped off within the last 6 months. Let me, yeah. You see, that's why I gotta let me talk sometimes. Let me finish. Thank you for letting me clarify.
I'll let it ride. Yeah,
Okay, but
that
within the
was
last,
a factual statement.
within these last months with all these Jupiter Legacy that just came out on Netflix, there's a lot of shows about superheroes and stuff right now, and I love Falcon and Winter Soldier. That shit was phenomenal. But
I'm still in the midst of watching it.
I think because it's an animation, they was able to do some stuff that Falcon and Winter Soldier. First off, they'd never do that in Marvel. I don't think the stuff that they pulled off in Invincible, some of the stuff, but they was able to have more liberties with some of the things they was going to be able to do because they was an animation. So they was pretty much able to bring out the full potential of some of this stuff that we was able to see straight from the comics to the page. I mean, or to the screen.
Yeah.
And I thought they just did that phenomenally, for the most part.
See, I haven't read the comic books whatsoever, so like now
That-
I have to resist the temptation.
Oh yeah. There's some changes, little changes, but it's not much.
It's not much, so it's not like too much to gripe about then in regards to the change.
Nah, not for real.
Okay, bro, because I haven't really, like I said, I haven't really read anything at all whatsoever. So like this season is like my experience whatsoever for this show. So like in regards to like for example the first episode, bro, like I thought that shit was so generic, bro. I was just like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm gonna give this shit an episode. Like if this shit's not popping, I'm done with this garbage ass shit, bro.
Yeah.
And and then it hit me. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. It definitely differentiates from everything that happened for the past 6 months. And just like you said, you can't really compare the two because they are two different medias.
Mm-hmm.
It's animation and real life. So what about would you? Because DC has been coming out with some fire shit in recent years.
Have they? Now, what were you talking about? What are we talking about?
I'm talking about in regards
Animated
to
content.
Yeah, the animated content.
Oh yeah.
So
I would say. Go ahead.
Would you compare this to like for example, it's not gonna hit you as hard as for example, Death in the Family with Batman, but like the Killing Joke, for example. Would you be able to compare the two to that?
I would say it's on. As far as my personal opinion, if we're talking about Invincible stacked up against DC animated content,
yeah,
it's around the same league. Maybe because I'm a DC fan, but I won't necessarily say that it's better than that because we get a little bit more.
We had 10 years.
Yeah, we know about the other characters already, rather than like some of the side characters we don't really necessarily give a fuck about because anybody could die. We don't even know for the first few minutes of episode 1. Like we thought we was gonna be following this fake Justice League around. You know what I'm saying? And these niggas got marked up. So, but yeah, it's around there. It's around there, but it ain't beating it. It beats some of the movies. I would say like All Star Superman, things like that. But Batman flicks in general, like year one.
What about Justice League Frontier?
All right, so. Go ahead.
That's the one with the different animation, kind of like the older school, right?
Yeah.
I would say it's probably beating Frontier. Flashpoint,
Nah, it's not too much shit to touch the Flashpoint though, bro. Come on.
See, all right. So Flashpoint, I give it props because it started that DC run for animation all the way to Dark Side War or Justice League Dark War. Is that what I'm thinking?
I wouldn't even say that started it because I would still say.
I mean, no. That's what they said. For
Good
DC, what I'm saying is like for the animated movies, that little 10, 12 years we just had of animated movies. From Flashpoint to Justice League.
Oh,
Dark
you're just talking
Wars.
about like that arc of movies.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
It started off
their
something
run.
big for the animation for DC Universe, and to be honest, that's the best thing DC had going for them throughout these past few years, because they movie universe and wasn't doing nothing, jack shit. So that
Movie versus trash.
that brought it the wave. Like, I got to give it props for that. But this is where I think we going to split off on opinions on this. I do think it's low key, story wise, better. It was within 8 episodes. It was able to keep us a one and more, not just like one and more, but they gave us enough story to understand exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
Exactly what's going on, and we loved every minute for it. Where we wanted to tune in each and every time.
Now, I would also say the episode's a little bit longer too, like 40-something minutes. I can't remember.
Yeah. So they had time to do it.
So it'd probably be like 2 to 3 episodes per movie.
Right. So yeah, we would say like you got a good movie for each arc, like or whatever like that for Invincible, and I think it did a really good job with that, and I just love that story element that it did with that. Now there's certain DC movies within that tenure that was, you can't touch it. Flashpoint was one of them. I'm going to say Bad Blood for Batman. I actually like Batman Bad Blood.
I like most of Batman films, bro. Unless it's like the one that's the ninja shit.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
I haven't even watched that one.
But I love that stuff. And to be honest, the new universe that they just started with, and they started with Superman Man of Tomorrow, I love that movie. I love that movie.
With all the Supermans?
No. It was the one where it pretty much started the new, like right after the last Justice League movie. They put out the cartoon movie where they fought Apocalypse and stuff, and Darkseid.
Man of Tomorrow, is that the one where Lois is pregnant?
No. That's the last animated movie. So right now in the new animated universe for DC, they got Man of Tomorrow, that new Batman that's about to come out Halloween night, or which one? Batman. Halloween something. I don't know. In that one Flash movie that just came out.
Oh yeah, he fights Lobo in this.
Yeah,
it's like
that movie. I ain't gonna lie. That brought me back to my childhood because I used to love that Superman cartoon. Like, I loved the Batman. But that shit, it was something about that Superman I fucked with heavy. And that movie brought that back for me. And I loved that. Like, I was like, okay, this is Superman. That's Superman. You know what I mean? That's what's up. I'm with that.
Yeah, it gives it that, like, it was also like a kind of, not necessarily an origin story, but kind of like one of the like first, like basically kind of an origin story.
Right, but they skipped past a lot of that, and that was great. It's like, okay, y'all already know the story. We're gonna assume y'all know most of it. We're gonna show you a little bit, but we're gonna assume y'all know most of it. They did a good job with that.
Yeah, and they did a good job capturing the Clark Kent side of it.
That's it,
like
man.
I said, the 90s style of the original animated Superman. It did give that feel. I had almost forgot about that movie.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Man of Tomorrow.
Man of Tomorrow. And I was like, if this any indication of how this universe could go, it would damn near remind me of the Justice League animated series universe, which was that Batman, Superman, stuff like that. And you can't beat that for me. So with that all being said, like I said, Invincible kind of, like, it gave me that type of vibe, and not a lot of that 10 years for the last 10, 12 years for those new 52, the dark, gritty Superman stuff and Justice League stuff. I didn't really like that stuff like that. So I do think it had a better story than that stuff right now. And that is a little bit better.
Because recently I actually seen, not in regards to like any DC film, this is like random thought. Like, cause I was kind of like watching, I'm like, damn, this is just like fucking Mortal Kombat Scorpion's Revenge, damn near. Like, holy shit, this shit is like fucking brutal, bro. Like, wow, dog. Like, I was even watching a couple of DC films. I'm like, okay, so they stepped up the gore a little bit, but the gore that they used in this specific medium is just amazing.
How you just fucking around? All right, well, shit. Just let me know if you do want to join.
I'm about to shoot the link. You feel me? This thing. Can't be
Right.
shooting.
Looks like bro's having some technical difficulties. So we can go ahead and finish it off until bros come. We can finish talking about episode 1, and we'll finish getting his thoughts on that. But yeah, like you was just saying, you thought it was generic. See, and that's where I gotta be like, damn. I bet you a lot of people. I knew what was up. Now I didn't know that was gonna happen. Episode 1, I did not know, so I was surprised, just like everybody else. Like no. I'm like, this not. Is this happening? Like, yo, this ain't supposed to happen yet. So that threw me off. So I think Robert Kirkman did that on purpose. You know what I mean? Threw everybody off. I'm like, yo, even comic book readers like, yo, you know, this ain't gonna supposed to happen for a little bit. You ain't supposed to know this is what happened, but we're gonna show you just to show you.
So what happens in between time?
What's up?
What happens in between? Like, if it's not like exactly supposed to happen that way, what happens in between time?
All right, we just put it like this. So in the book, the comic book, which we were kind of always past that. So he does that. He does that. It's no big fight. It's no big fight or anything like that. It just it's one quick boom boom boom. Yeah. Like it was nothing to him. You don't find out that happened, that he does that till after, like literally till he punches a hole into Immortal, and Mark finds and he sees it. Immortal Man, and he sees it. He's like, yo. And then that's when he's like, yo, we got to talk. You know what I mean? So they put that, they showed you early, like, we just going to show you the full thing. And not only that, they added to it, showing you that whole big fight. That was amazing. That was like an amazing addition. So like I said, they changed little things, but it worked out for the better.
So would it be like kind of like taken away from the mystery from the book itself then? Because like, if it was that big of a thing, it seems like it was like a big mystery factor.
Yeah, like you don't know, you don't see Omni-Man's true colors. Now, what the show did, and I think they did it good, is kind of make it a mystery on why, not on who did it, because it was pretty set in stone. Only one person could have probably done that, or a few people. But why? So that's what they made the story about in season 1. And made it like a mystery on solving the case. What is going on and what can we do to stop it? You know what I mean? Kind of what Cecil said. So I think they kind of played well with what it was. You know what I mean? It gave Mark's mom more to do, more of an active role. In that sense.
So she didn't have as of an active role in the comic?
No, not like that. No, not at all.
So they actually gave some character development to characters who was like really like subpar, and then other characters who are not really that relevant at this point.
Remind you, we talked about when My Hero first came out and stuff, and around that first year or two, we talked about how good they was putting spotlight on these secondary characters. We talked about that a lot. Invincible done that well before that. They put spotlight on every one of these characters. All these characters are going to matter to you in some way or another, which we already seen that in season 1. But yeah, my first my thought coming into episode 1 was this was amazing. This looks like a first, like you said, generic superhero formula.
Yeah, I like see, like, who the fuck is this generic ass
Superman? Who's this Superman? Who's this dude?
Flash and shit. I'm like, hold on.
And then you see Black Man.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, man, oh my god.
See, wait. I gave Black Batman the pass because he was black. Before I answered that. Okay,
that's it. But he was dumb too.
On to the next generic.
Right. My nigga's dumb. He's out for to jump on him. Hey, you hear his cape flapping in the wind while he falling on him? Omni-Man said, huh? Come here. You know, Omni-Man low-key was like, boy, give me a boy. He threw the boy on there, too.
He was bogus as hell for that one, bro.
He said, come here, boy. He did him terrible. Oh, my.
Doesn't Mark get his powers the very first episode, like the very end of it? taking up trash, some bullshit, or does he get it?
Yeah, he get it during the first episode because he's invincible by the end of the first episode.
He's invincible.
Yeah, he's invincible. He's. I need that. I should have low key had a queue up for that. I'm going to have a queue up for that at one point. Welcome back.
The man who left.
Up, he's back.
Technical difficulties.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yep. We hear you.
We were just talking about episode.
We still talk about episode 1. It's on you, bro. We kind of was talking about like some of the things and what we thought about episode 1 and how we felt going into it, and how we felt by the end of that episode.
Honestly, don't even remember where specifically it ended. Was that just at the end?
All right, so the cue card, because you remember they had the ending, like, you know what I mean, end scenes too. The cue card ended with Mark finally saying, "Hey, I'm in the title screen. I'm invincible." After he knocked out dude, and I ain't gonna front, yo. When he came through and hit dude with the cannon, he boom! I was like, oh! I'm like, damn, the sound effects, the action scene, all of that was just fly line. His flying motion, a lot of people don't probably really notice, like how he's flying. That shit looks clean. Him spinning around and shit, grabbing.
Yeah, but him spinning around, like, just the freedom.
Like I'm just like, God damn.
Camera angles, there's a lot of that as well when it comes to city, like when it comes to like the city flying and like the damn. Now I'm just talking like overall series here when it comes to like them flying into shit and shit like that. Like they do a lot of good job with angles and.
Appreciate you hosting the stream, bro.
But yeah, I think overall, I really don't remember as far as episode by episode the specific ending parts for each one, just because I kind of watched the last 4 in succession, like back to back. But yeah, overall, like I said, it's a pretty smooth series.
So episode 1 ended with we ain't gonna even call them the Justice League.
The Walking Dead.
We're gonna call them the B team, the B team when Justice League ain't there. You call these niggas after the Teen Titans. You call them after the Teen Titans because the way they got done in. Woo.
The Justice League would have put up a way better fight than them niggas. Oh my god, damn.
Oh, I don't know about that.
You don't think just
I mean, Batman would have never been there. He was like, "Yo, who? What? Who called who? Nah,
Yeah, Batman ass definitely would have fought for that shit.
Exactly. I don't know what Black Man was doing, but
what Black Man was doing.
But he wasn't. He wasn't
Batman.
He wasn't no Bruce Wayne right there.
Yeah, he definitely wasn't, bro.
Low key, I hope somebody got those people off the roof. Because
in reality, it was about. I was just saying, reality is about similar to what would have happened to the real Justice League, though. From what it seems like, if they really like a Superman would have really turn on them niggas like that, like,
the only one who would have a fighter chance is Diana, for real, and that's because she's like half god, so.
It depends on who all is there. Like, if you're talking about just like, who are you like if you're talking about the Justice League that's typically in the animated movies, so you're adding like Green Lantern, you're adding
Flash,
Captain Marvel, Shazam, whatever you want to call them.
It depends on and who strike first or if they know it's coming. Because if Superman just like it's
Superman striking first, that's a lot of people's asses, nigga.
Like and guard.
If he don't kill Flash first, Flash.
Yeah, if he don't kill Flash first, that's Flash in the bag. Flash gonna be his bag.
It depends on also, like how deep, because we really kind of got skeeted on this fight, but how deep is like Flash's like, what all is he gonna do? Like you said, because Flash is really dangerous, but he could literally do a lot of other shit.
We seen Flash like phase through shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if he would do that shit against Superman, but Superman's also, can he phase through Superman when Superman is also moving not as fast but close to it? You know, because he's at least fast enough to get away from some shit.
Like game, bro. No matter if you're talking about Barry Allen or Wally West, Superman's not fucking with him. No matter which one are you talking about.
Like, I know speed wise he's not fucking with him, but
like talk about emotion in the same motion that Omni-Man had, Red Rush.
Yeah, do you think that the Flash could phase through him faster than he could still crush his skull? With Superman being, now keep in mind, Superman's anatomy is different than a normal person's anatomy. Yeah. He can phase through a lot of tough shit, but a souped up Kryptonian that can at least semi move at the same speed, maybe a little bit tougher, because you could probably even, latch hold of them hands at one point in time before it gets too deep. But if you feel yourself like, because his shit was, Omni-Man shit was getting tore up. You know what I'm saying? Omni-Man was like,
he was bleeding out his chest. Like he was coughing up blood. Like Red Rush did some damage. Like
if he wasn't that determined and was just like, fuck it, let me at least just save myself. Like if it was that like bad, I think Omni-Man could caught them hand. Like he could have like physically caught them hands. But yeah, I don't know if Flash can phase while his shit is legitimately getting crushed.
I think it was smart that Omni-Man did take out. I don't know if that was intentional to take him out first, but that was smart. Because you see, he tried to knock fucking Immortal Man head off first, for real, Yeah. Like, it was just like, yo, fast, real quick.
See, the way they made it seem like is that, like how Red Riot or whatever that nigga name is, I think it's Red Riot.
Red Rush,
yeah. My bag.
Put some respect on it.
Horikoshi, you got a Horikoshi bag.
So, Pete, the way they made it seem like we was talking with like a conversation is like a million years. It felt like hours to him. So, like when he was crushing his head, it changed perspective to the way that he was feeling when he was crushing his head. So his head could have been crushed instantly. So he had enough time to have all those thoughts and feel that entire sensation. So with Barry Allen, the way he can think past, I think it's like .0000001.
Exactly.
He's gonna be able to think while he's getting his head crushed. He's most likely gonna be able to phase. And Red Rush didn't even try to phase out of the grip or anything like that.
That's assuming that Red Rush is as fast as Flash, which I don't think he is. So I mean, like that's the whole thing.
Probably I don't know. I would still say if we are, he made like in a flat race for sure. I probably would say he probably take an L, but he may be able to phase now because even phasing isn't something that the normal Flash does often. It's not something that he typically does.
In a CW show, he do. Just now, they got him phasing through everything.
For real?
Unless it matters. In the points where it matters, apparently he forget how to do certain shit. So I mean,
like being pinned down, Flash always phases through some shit when being pinned down, bro. Especially like if they trap Flash in ice, he usually has to phase through the ice by vibrating.
I'm assuming there's I don't always keep up with Flash specifically, but I'm assuming there's a backdraw of phasing.
Nope.
No sir.
Now if it was the Flash plus, Shazam, Captain Marvel, whatever you want to call them, that's gonna be tough for Superman.
Yeah, because you got Shazam, magic, right?
Yeah, magic can't fuck with him.
And depending on what Diana got on her sword's magic and her shield's magic, her rope's magic. I mean,
he's still giving her the hands.
Oh yeah, he still is. It's Trent.
Don't Batman have like suits for everybody just in case?
No, he got a whole plan. He got a whole scenarios for everybody, which he know will guarantee work.
And that's he also Black Man wasn't the real Batman. I'm just saying, bro.
Yeah.
Right, my guy tried to jump on him.
Bro, he would have known, bro, that Yo's hands is not competing with this nigga Inhuman super strength.
You're a regular ass human. You can hear your flaps coming, and you.
Is there a such thing as Viltrumite, like kryptonite, but Viltrumite?
No, I haven't seen.
Well, if it's not in season 1, I'm not talking about it.
Okay.
So and that's no. Hold up, and that's not no like hint. Like no, I'm just like it's not season 1.
I'm gonna say there is though. There got to be something.
I mean,
Like I said, the planet's not destroyed, so maybe not.
Like that.
Right up on the wall, nigga. Fuck it.
I mean,
Okay.
shit. Hey, listen. Anyway,
Hey, one dude I gotta talk about. This nigga, he has to get his clap. Bro. This nigga gotta get his clap. That old geographical scientist. That nigga was woke as fuck.
You talking about Dr. What was his name?
It was.
That nigga said
he was spitting.
Why the fuck do you want me to keep up there with racists and oppressors? Like I couldn't even say it.
He said, "You are one." He said, "You trying to defend them?"
I ain't seen no black people in that crowd. I'm just saying, I ain't seen that one black person because it was the nigga back there like, hell yeah.
And my guy had the majors in women's studies, so he knows the woman.
Like, sociology.
He know his women.
That's so funny, dog.
Like,
when I seen that, I'm like, did you just suicide?
Yo,
bro? What the fuck?
Low key, that's another thing. Invincible brought amazing characters like that. Like you got fucking. We can sit here and talk about the villain all day. Like he did his shit.
I'm just saying, bro.
The army that kept coming back. Woo,
bro. I know they was mad after that third time they seen Omni-Man. They was just like, okay, you're not coming back again, bro. He did them niggas wrong.
He did them so wrong. They sent him back home. They didn't even listen. They didn't even say, hey, let's trick him. We'll open a portal and send him somewhere completely different from Earth. No. They sent him home because they was like, if he ever come back here, he will fuck us up. Let's just send him home just in case.
Like Omni-Man popped the nuke just offline.
He said, you must got the wrong idea. Earth is mine to conquer. Now, we don't have to break down each episode. We could talk about some of the main things of those episodes because we got the general, idea of it.
Yeah, I just like certain parts. What y'all think about Lionel, leader of the Thundercats, folks? I do not know that nigga name.
Battle Beast?
Whatever that nigga name.
Battle Beast? Put some respect on Battle Beast.
Nigga, Lionel, leader of the Thundercats.
Oh, Lionel. Battle
Beast.
Tough. That nigga was tough.
Listen, that guy, that Battle Beast came through hungry. He wanted all the smoke. And not just that. He go, yo, man, you told me it was going to be a challenge here. You lied to me.
Oh, bro. Nah, bro, it's not even that. Like, he showed me that Mark do not got plot armor. That nigga do not got no plot armor, boy. I'm like, oh, yeah, he about to get this little super boost. His friend just got hurt. He just got his ass.
He said, I'm going to fucking kill you. No, you're not. He said, you little dude. Here, come here. Come here. I'm going to break your foot first. Then I'm going to beat you. Like, oh my god, like,
wait, what about the nigga, bro? Because that's the same shit. The nigga gotta
Black
get his clout too.
Black Samson?
Whatever his name is. Samuel Jackson, bro.
Right, he broke out in suit. He said, no, not my nigga. He got beat up. Hey, that's literally the definition of ride together, die together.
I thought you meant the nigga.
No, I'm talking about the nigga in the suit. Oh yeah, I'm talking about some black folks.
Yeah, you talking about Black Samson?
That nigga tough.
Yeah,
no, that's which is the nigga that was in the suit that got his shit broke off.
Then he got his power back. And he got his power back.
Yeah, that's not the armor. That's not the rock nigga. That's the gang.
I'm talking about the mob. The mob.
Yeah, you're talking about.
He's oppressing my family. I can't do it. You have to take him out. And he walks in like, yeah.
You're talking about Titan.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah,
you're talking about Titan. Okay, yeah. Titan was my nigga too. See. Hey, Titan played the whole game, and it wasn't like he was in there fighting it out with him. He was like, yo, I ain't going to sit here and make sure you're okay, though. Yo, you don't know that. Well, you got your super friends here for that.
But Omni-Man did tell him, like, you can't really trust everybody. Because, like, people have their own agendas.
You want to know why he said that?
He was right.
Bro, yeah, he was right because you couldn't trust that nigga.
That's true. He couldn't
like, you practice what you preach, and this nigga knew what he was talking about because he was one of those niggas you can't trust. So,
yeah, that's facts.
But then how he walked in, like, yeah, baby. Hey, I'm just saying, baby girl. She knew daddy was taking care of business, bro. She instantly walked in like, oh, you killed everybody? This our new house? Oh, yeah, we in here then. His little daughter, it was no questions being asked. Like, this our new house?
Niggas knew how they was getting down. Maybe. I can't vouch that she knew
he
was killing folks.
But since we on this part, let's give props to Machine Head. My nigga Machine Head, for the little time that he had, made one of the biggest impressions. It's probably one of my favorite people on there too. Like you say, yeah. Oh, hi, Invincible. What's up? Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're right. I can't beat you and no shit like that. But I got money. My nigga said we got that money.
Bro, I got
But I got money.
I was like, oh shit. It's just like,
that
fuck.
nigga was saucy, bro.
Why nigga came through? He say, nah, I ain't gonna let you free. You do your work too good. Why would I let you go? I'm not gonna kill you or no shit like that. I'd rather use you. He was on for real, dude. Like he played his part right.
That nigga was amazing, bro. But yeah, it just showed you in this world you're going to get so far with intelligence, bro.
You say, I know where your family lives. I mean, you work for me.
I know where your family lives.
Until I say you fucking done. I was like, oh. And you owe me a new table.
I definitely fucked that guy at the attack. Like, that shit was fucking wild.
Man.
That shit was fucking wild, bro.
And that's crazy. We just talked about like 2-3 of the villains. And that's how good that show was. Like, the villains even left their impression on the screen for how long it was.
We can't really talk about the heroes for folks killed their ass in the episode. What you want to talk about? Adam Eve?
I mean, shit, Adam Eve, she go. I love her powers. But Rex getting in. He had not one, not two, but 3 of duplicates. I'm like, ooh.
What are you talking about? Generic Gambit? The nigga with the pocket change?
What are you doing? Yeah, he throwing them rocks at you.
So does his shit like work just like Gambit? Like he uses kinetic energy, or is it just like something completely different?
I'll put it on that kind of wavelength that is like Gambit's. Low key, I didn't even make that comparison. If you want me to be real with you, I didn't even think about it like that.
Yeah, because Gambit just used playing cards. This nigga used pocket change.
I mean, but Gambit can use anything. He just stays with cards and stuff like that. But he can use damn near anything.
But Rex seems like a normal human, pretty much, like physically. Like, all he has is just being able to like spark shit that he touches.
I think Rex is he is a normal human, like, but he was experimenting on this stuff too. Like he was like an agent.
Is that in season 1?
They said it. Well, he even talks about he's like, I ain't have a childhood. He's like, yeah, I know you ain't had that because, etc. But
yeah,
they don't talk about it too deep. But yeah, they tell you that he wasn't like normal kids. He was pretty much raised by government stuff.
Facts, bro. So I feel like all that stuff is gonna weigh him down. So of course he's gonna use something like as convenient as like pocket change or rocks or some shit. Something real quick he can just throw at you versus like carrying like a big ass sword that's just gonna blow up after he infuses his power with it. Because all it does is explode, bro. So
that's crazy that the heroes, they showed us the heroes doing fucked up shit too, but it's not even fucked up shit. It was like most of them was being human. You know what I mean? You hold them to such a high regard, but these niggas are being human and fucking up.
Talking about the mid-ass heroes, the super friends, bro.
What about Robot, huh? This nigga used the villains, came back and was like, all right, yeah, I gotta go to jail now.
Oh, Robot? You talking about Modok?
Robot.
Modok? No, that nigga's name is Modok. Boy, that
ain't Modok.
That nigga said
Modok. Hey, I'm waiting for that show to come out on Hulu too.
Wait, it's a Modok TV show coming out?
Yeah, a little cartoon, like a little Modok cartoon, adult cartoon.
Wait, like the nigga with the little legs.
Modok, the advanced murder operational blah 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 blue. That guy, yes.
I'm smelling some real fries right now, bro. I don't know how to feel about this.
All shit, that Modok, however, what all his stuff stands for.
See, I think like DC, they villains like them doing their like villain series is definitely like real dope, bro. Like we're just us getting the hero side 100% of the time. Like them doing their villain series, it's alright.
Yeah.
And Modok is what, Marvel?
Same thing. Yeah.
But me personally, like people talk a lot of shit about the DC like movies. Yeah, they are trash. I'm just hoping that they use the multiverse thing, so they're setting up for it. So as their movies get better, they can introduce multiverses with better story.
Right. Some fans came up with better stuff than DC did.
Nigga, hey, we not okay. You can a lot of fans come up. Look at Star Wars.
Man,
A
don't
lot of
even get me
fans.
started on that shit.
Look at Star Wars, dog. A lot of fans, bro.
I can't
That
talk
came up
about
with
Star
more
Wars.
better shit than Hollywood, bro.
I'm saying
Fuck Hollywood.
next time I'm going to have a tab just for the Invincible card, just like a. That's gonna be
So,
the
do you
thing.
think Invincible could do like a live action thing? You think it's possible?
They have a live action in the work already.
Word.
I don't think I would like it because this is what I was gonna say earlier before I accidentally or before I cut out my headphones was tripping. The thing about Invincible, the only reason why this is really what I wanted to get at earlier as well. The only reason why I wouldn't give it a 10 is because I'm not. I haven't read the comic either. Keep in mind, so like. I just didn't know if the gore was played up for the TV show and I'm sure the comic is gory because it is different or whatever, but that just is I guess predicated on like if it was, but it's almost it's toting that like borderline, like it's like the cartoon version of the Boyz, but with more story continuity, like with a better story. You know what I'm saying? And the Boyz, I don't know if you guys have watched the Boyz, but
Oh yeah, you already know I have.
it's too much for me.
Captain America, Superman.
With the whole
Homelander.
Homelander,
And Night Noir or Noir.
Basically Captain America, Superman,
No, they got in season
Yeah,
3.
I
They
got
got the Captain America coming in, and they got Jason Ackles from Supernatural playing Soldier Boy in season 3.
Wait, hold on, Soldier Boy, you?
Yeah, his name is Soldier Boy.
Big Draco?
Jason Ackles is actually going to do the maining the animated Batman, the next Batman movie.
Oh yeah, he's the voice of Batman.
Yeah.
They always was talking about him playing like a live action one too at one point. I remember them saying that, but that never happened. But I know what you're saying though, and that's why earlier when I was saying like with Invincible being an animation, it was able to do so much. But I will say this: the gore is not just for the show. That's all in like the gory stuff. Like that train scene was new. I don't remember seeing that. That was new. My God, I ain't gonna front. Maybe it said something about me, but I was just sitting there like, holy fuck! I was like, that man is for real, and I agree with him. And I agree with him. He's like, look at this. Look. I'm like, oh my God. But
you want to keep saving
they just they did a really good job with that, and they brought their gore to it, and that's why I was afraid they wasn't going to put the gore in there and stuff like that, or the brutality of being a superhero. Yeah. See, what I think Invincible laid down right is what is good, what is bad, what is being a superhero. Do you have to is it a physical thing? And they did this really good with Alan. They showed you what makes Mark really good. And this is why he kind of reminds you of Superman sometimes, because he was able to talk. Alan was like, what are you talking about? When Alan the alien came, he came throwing hands immediately. And Mark was like, yo, I just want to talk. He's like, talk? You using the timeout? What's going on? We trying to talk? Oh, talk? Oh, all right. Let's talk real quick. Yeah, I mean, shit. So he's able
tried that one before.
And then they was able to fix stuff and learn that he been on a whole fucking stupid mission this whole time on the wrong earth. But then that came into fruition later on too. So they did a really good job with that part too, and that show. What's up?
I wanted to. They also like blurred the line between like what is a villain like truly bad.
Mm-hmm.
Because like what we seen with the twins, they wasn't really on shit but trying to get some money. the Doctor was knocking down racist monuments. Like we haven't really seen like when something's evil, we see it evil, but it's used like a mindless beast. Everything had like a motive, so usually like the villains was like morally great.
It's same with our heroes, like Cecil. Is Cecil more good, bad? What's up? He took enemies that you seen that was enemies and used them. Use them for good, use them for his own meaning, use them for Earth's meaning. So yeah, they blared, like you said, they blared the line between what's good, what's bad, what's right, what's wrong. What you could do with physical force and what you could do with just dialogue, with discussion. It kind of peaked all of that, and that's why I changed it where it's different from the Boys, because the Boys kind of told us the story of what if our heroes was owned by the big corporations like Disney or like Marvel or Sony or the CNN or something. You know what I mean? What if it was owned by these big companies?
Yeah, it was that plus more. Like it was that was cool. That was beyond what if they were owned by different companies. Them niggas was ODing. Like
they was on
niggas got super dicks,
right?
Niggas just, you know what I'm saying?
It was
like,
everything. They was like a whole like thing. I
just don't want Invincible to get to that point where I don't want to watch it anymore because of that kind of crap. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, see, now mind you, Invincible been done for years. Invincible's a very old like not very old, but it's old enough like comics, like before 2010 type shit. And there are certain things that happen. Which another thing, I don't know if they're gonna bring everything to the show because shit like that happen. Like some shit happened. And it's
I don't know if I can get down with
like it's some stuff that like it's. I mean like. We ain't gonna get into certain conversations, but if you read it, you'll see like it's mostly about the fights and stuff like that. But our hero go through some shit. Let's just put it that way. And we see a really good journey with Mark. But I just think that it did a good job of showing those themes: good, bad, evil, blah blah blah, blurring the lines between things and. I just put it a little bit different from the Boys, but when it comes to goriness and showing you what can really happen with powers and shit if the wrong people have powers, I think they both did a good job with those too. But Invincible just kind of did a little bit better because it's the animation.
What y'all think about this is like a complete side note, but what y'all think about Mark's girlfriend? I feel like she like embodied that black woman perfectly. That shit, I was just like, dog.
No, what she embodied was a stupid woman. Not even just a stupid person. That's what she fucking embodied to me. If you want me to 100%. Be honest to you, that was a stupid person. Not even a woman, man. That was a stupid person. Like I didn't understand. You could agree. Now don't get it twisted. You could agree with certain things that Amber was saying. You could.
Like what?
You could agree with certain things. In the beginning, Mark could have told. Like if that was the case, there is a such. Hold on, listen. There is such thing as a secret identity and stuff like that. And everything like that. At one point, she even said that, yeah, I already knew. And don't tell me that not one of y'all said, even y'all in the chat, not one of y'all said that, yo, is he just really flying away in front of this girl's house, even though she could have just easily looked back and looked at her? Yeah, you didn't say that? You didn't say that? Mark was being stupid with his powers and shit. So she should have been known.
But she acted like she didn't see him use his power. She just acted like she put two and two together.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I'm just saying there was a lot of key signs. Now, her being like, well, I've been known, but still giving him shit, that's stupid.
Yeah, that's stupid.
That's stupid. But
and I don't think that he had I don't think that she should ever have the gall to say what he should have been doing because or when he was supposed to tell her, because it's like, you know, it's a secret identity. You don't even know the bitch. Like clearly, you're not the type of bitch to be really telling anyway because you don't think right.
Bro, I agree with him. Think about it, bro. Like even since he started like dating the bitch, she was all on some flip flop. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna give you one more chance. I'm gonna give you this the last. And so it's like, why would I give you something that's so important, especially if I'm working with the government on this? You feel me?
Yeah, you make such a big deal out of the most little shit, and you already know that I'm like basically risking my ass. I'm risking my ass like every fucking episode, basically.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
I think it make it worse when she said she already knew,
because she was right there when he was getting his ass.
Okay, so
and shit, and it's just like
that part is that's what I meant. Like that was stupid. But I mean, like, let's say the first 4 episodes before that, when Mark was like, "Oh, well, I'm this, or I was doing this, or it was this, or this," it was certain things that could have been avoided just by saying, you know what I mean, or just being a little bit real. I'm not gonna say once again, he suck at secret identity. So trying to keep a secret that's not a secret, you could have avoided a lot of problems. But then when she lost me when she said, "Well, I already knew. You know, why are you mad?" Well, you should have been there for. Excuse me. He was he got his ass like literally leaking. He was done over, finito.
Who gets hit by a bus and survives?
They
was like, they didn't even say he got hit by a car. They were like, yeah, he got hit by a bus.
Yeah, and she's like,
bus, and he came back 4 weeks later, bro. Come on, stop the cap, bro.
And then she was like, "Oh, you ain't see her one time. You ain't see him one time in the 4. He wasn't in no regular ass hospital, obviously."
She didn't even say she went to the hospital.
True.
She's like, "I'm glad you're okay."
Like, man, yeah.
Like, damn, bitch, you call folks phone.
I would say that the animation did it. I don't know if it was their intention to make us hate her, but
for sure,
it was. They did a good job to make me don't like her or her opinion.
I think it's like they stamped it that like she don't really understand Martin, so he's not going to end up with her. Like
right,
as like they had the pretty much opposite effect. So Adam and Eve like didn't really give a fuck about Mark, and then slowly begins to care about him throughout the series. While old girl, she cares about him because she stuck up for him, and then slowly begins to not care about him. So it was like the reverse. So I see him getting with Adam and Eve because she kind of understands the situation a lot more rather than Black Shorty. You didn't took off your glasses, Mr. Roger? You good? Okay. I was about to say, if you don't got the glasses on, he may not be spinning.
Nah, my ear hurt, man. Oh my God.
I feel you. But yeah, that's how I think it's gonna happen.
What about you, Money? What you think? What's your thoughts on Miss Amber? Amber Hurts.
I agree. She can't. She shouldn't be around long. And if she is, that's a shame. But she definitely should not be around long.
Like she had me on some parts, but everything else, she was definitely just a stupid person. A stupid person.
Especially once she's already said she knew for a minute.
That completely was like bum. But like at some point, she just became an annoying character. And she could have got her point. She could have got her point apart, like across, if she wasn't being the way she was.
So when Mark's dad blew up in the house, did she come check up on the nigga?
Hell no. You seen her in her room.
And the bitch was at the crib, right? So only Adam and Eve in his homie came up to check on him.
No. She pulled up after, because you remember she pulled up on him and gave him. She pulled up on him and kissed him, and that was like, I would have been like, whoa, hold up. Last time we talked, you know what I mean? You was on one, and not only that, you went to a party with old dude. That's what really fucked me up. Like, you at the party, you at college with your boyfriend, and then because you mad, you think you're gonna disrespect me, and you say you knew I was a superhero. Oh.
Yeah. You wanted the reason to cheat, bro. You wanted the reason.
You wanted me to throw you into space. When in doubt, throw him in space. Oh, you wanted that.
She was ready.
That was ready. Like he was ready to go.
Hey, all I gotta say, Shorty was thick though. I'm not gonna lie for it. Shorty was thick, phone.
But we gonna go from a negative to a positive. What you thought about Eve?
She was mid.
Mid?
Mm-hmm. What you said, mid?
Mid?
Yeah, like
oh, that's just dope.
Being like a superhero companion. Like often she would just like lecture him, and it would kind of like irritate the fuck out of me.
No, I don't think she was giving him good advice.
Yeah, she because Mark was very inexperienced. Very. We've seen
and
that.
she was cold power wise.
Yeah, she did a generic Green Lantern.
Shit, way better than that.
Yeah, low key better, yeah.
She's better than the Green Lantern. She's better than Hal Jordan.
She can break shit off in like
a
molecular
level. Like that's
she
a whole different thing.
Yeah,
that's a whole nother motherfucking thing.
She was creating like the Green Lantern creates like doors and shit like that with his ring. So he basically would have had to, in reality, like for him to make a door in the house, he would have had to like make a hole in the house with his ring first, and then it would have like made a door frame or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That girl legitimately just basically used alchemy to change the matter.
That's it. Changed it to a whole nother level. Broke it down.
Not using no alchemy.
That's what. Hey, no, low key. That's what that is.
She just boom.
Like here, let me move this door. Her dad was trying to come out the door.
She's changing the physical properties.
Changed the door to a whole nother wall. He had to go out the back door. Then she turned it back. Don't give me those type of powers. You falling through the floor.
The green one. She's a white one.
She built her whole house in a tree that was clean. That would probably worth more than everything I've had.
Oh wow! I'm just saying she's probably like a White Lantern.
Like man, she was on.
I don't know. I'm not familiar with the White Lantern lore, but if that's what they do, she's one of them.
That's what they do.
I ain't gonna say Adam Eve was mid. She was a great character.
She's good.
Definitely.
Beautiful cheeks.
8 for me. Redhead, fucking great hero. She was fucking good. I ain't gonna lie. Going back to the Mount Rushmore scene, I did love her and Mark little combination. That little spin trick he did to go to the barrel. He said, huh. I was like, oh shit. Like that nigga Mark, oh boy.
He definitely saved his ass.
Yeah, like that was a great little team up, and we seen how they got better and better throughout the 6 months of that story. Because you got to remember that's like 6 months, 7 months that we got within those 8 episodes. So time was flying by pretty fast, and we know that Adam Eve helped him, Mark, with a lot of that processes of becoming a hero. When the rest of and Robot too, like you can see that Robot had an interest in Mark. Robot and
Robot ain't do shit for Mark. Stop this.
Oh, you're what? He came through with the Guardians, like yo, make sure we got Mark right. You know what I mean? Yeah, they got beat up, but you know they got sent home. No Vaseline type shit, but
the moment I found out that nigga was a fraud, bro, he ain't get no pass for me. I'm like, okay, I understand.
Oh, okay, then let's go to that. What do you think about Robot now? You saying no pass for you? Why?
About who?
Robot.
He not getting no pass for me.
Oh, you talking about he don't get no pass for using Homeboy's DNA?
Yeah. He's a weirdo. He's a weirdo.
Small. That's small. I would say he's gonna weirdo because look at what the fuck he was. I don't mind that. I don't mind that because, like, okay, who else's DNA? Regardless, he was going to be using somebody else's DNA unless he already had cells from like a past person or something like that. So, and I don't know the other guy's like bad kid story, but it's like you're probably not going to be side by side companions for the rest of your life. Like,
right? He
looks similar to you. Get the fuck out of here. Like, he looks like he looks exactly like you. But yeah.
But the way the hero working the same in this world is more like nigga, you niggas not gonna be alive long enough.
Right. And he don't even
companions, so
that's true. Well, especially that nigga. I feel like the robot like new kid, he'll be around longer.
See, Rex, we know that he chose the Rex DNA because he had a little crush on
because she had a crush on him.
He had a crush. He had a crush on her.
Something.
Yeah. He had a crush on her. She had a crush on him. So she was like, all right, let me get him. Because I was thinking, what if he would have just waited and got some fucking Invincible DNA? That would have been a whole nother motherfucking thing.
I don't think it would have mattered, but he just used, like, if he would have just used a different person, I don't think it would have been that big of a deal. But it was a calculated move based on her interests.
Yep. That's why he was like, yo, why you want to do this? That was like shit. I met somebody. No, I do this now because I actually have a reason to get out of this damn thing.
Now, notice, didn't Invincible girl say she ages every time she uses her powers, right?
Either what?
She ages. She de-ages every time she uses her powers.
Yep.
And in the last scene, she de-aged.
He about to spit. Yep.
In the last scene, she used her powers like when he was testing Rex, basically saying like, we're not ready yet. When he was about to like wipe the shit, she like basically flexed up and hulked up real quick when he was kind of testing the team. And I'm like, damn girl, you just de-aged yourself just off a simple like. Because she flipped into her mode, and she flipped out of that motherfucker in like 2 seconds. So
Low
like,
key,
just wasted however.
I didn't even think about that. But she.
That's the first thing I thought of. I was like, you wasted time.
No, but see, that shows you her dedication. Like you wasn't just finna fuck with. They didn't have time for that. Like like you said,
they didn't need her for that.
She wasted up. Hey, but she was gonna bang. She thought she was gonna bang. Like a team,
but if I was her, I would have waited until I was 100%.
But see, she took action. She was about to action at that moment. It was no.
It was like 601.
She's like, hey, let me think.
I get it. What the fuck does the black dude do?
Wait, what is the power again?
You got your powers back. I'm just like, bro, what the fuck was your power?
Like he's damn near like lower Invincible. He got super strength, flying. And
so he gonna end up mopped up. That cat nigga come back next season. He killing somebody.
So you telling me this nigga is Luke Cage?
Wow. Yeah, that can fly. Basically. Yeah. Like.
That nigga look exactly like Luke Cage too. Damn.
Yeah, that can fly. He's super strong. But you know what? They didn't even put the real nigga that's supposed to be in that bitch with him. He should have been in this bitch now. But I think they saving him for season 2. But he should have been here.
Tell me why. I don't know if this is a real scan. I think it is. But it must just be Google. Tell me why in my suggestions is Invincible gets raped by a Viltrumite woman.
Oh shit! Nah, that just spoiled it. Oh, wow. That's a.
Nah, you good, bro? Cause honestly, somebody just told me in my Discord was like, "Oh my goodness, Invincible stream. It's a great comic book. Did you see Bart get raped? Yeah,
damn.
Like,
see, all right. Well, since it's spoiled, this is what when we was just talking about the boys and shit, and I say something like that does happen to our main character.
Now, okay,
I mean,
Bart gets raped is different.
by female, it's by female, but yeah, he got
I'll take that.
All right, so since we on this, we're not going to spoil it. We're not going to spoil it, but that also has consequences. That
motherfucker. The thumbnail look hidden.
Hey, I'm not sure they're going to say. He's like, hey, I would. I mean,
sign me up next.
I mean, but see, better remember, like Mark's a whole different breed, though. Mark's a whole different breed.
That's snoo.
That's Snooky was snoo. But nah, damn, they for real did that to you, huh? Damn.
So my thing is, what I don't get is, so the Viltrumites, they're pretty much getting old and shit. Why the fuck do they don't have kids with each other? Like once they weeded out all the weaker Viltrumites.
Hey,
you
thinking too much. Hey, bro. Stop thinking and shit. Stop it. Just enjoy the ride.
Maybe it's not that because Omni-Man, from what we understand, seems to be pure Viltrumite, right? So maybe I'm gonna give it 2 possibilities. Maybe their mating season or their mating like age is a little bit like, they give hundreds of years. Maybe they don't reproduce for a couple hundred typically. Or, like I said, he seems to be 100% full what a Viltrumite. Maybe they just don't stop what they're doing, but he just happens to, when they conquest planets, he just happens to be one of the people that have like basically crossbred. I'm assuming it's not normal for there to be half Viltrumites. You know what I'm saying? I'm assuming it's, most other planets ain't necessarily like Earth and crap like that.
You see what Omni-Man told you earlier in the shoot. He said when it comes to Viltrumites, our blood is so dominant that when we do interbreed, our blood will mostly be the dominant trait. So he told Mark, you're damn near
full-blooded Viltrumite.
You're damn near full-blooded Viltrumite.
But he also didn't know if he would, but he was already half Viltrumite. He didn't know if that like Viltrumite powers was going to kick in.
That's why he was waiting. And that's now we're going to stop this conversation because y'all are thinking too much. And now I will leave it at this. A theory from earlier kind of mixed with this theory that y'all talking about now. It's 2 conversations and it evolves and it goes into the same scenario. But we we're gonna leave it at that. So y'all don't know what I'm saying when I say there's two conversations that kind of lead to it. But one of y'all said something earlier, and one of y'all just said something now. And y'all can just mix the two together. And you probably got your answer.
I just want you to know you're a piece of shit. I knew it was the reason I was calling you a piece of shit for the past 2 years, Tony.
Just a little.
I'm trying to think now. What it must be something that because I was just got done talking so much. Something Nara said earlier. What I said now, like a blend.
Kind of blend. I mean, you might have your answer on this whole.
So, because he did also say like they was going to other planets and shit. So they just out here fucking like lizard people and shit. Fuck.
Are they trying to conquer or dominate? Well, here's the thing: are they trying to dominate and repopulate the planet with? Well, he also said in the episode that they want them to be the only power or the only what's it called? So
yeah,
is he trying to make the whole universe Viltrumites via breeding across the whole planet?
Remind y'all,
or planet enslavement.
I know what's up. I can't say, so it's like,
right.
Yeah.
So we just
I will let y'all exactly just throw out some shit on it. But it's interesting, and all of it's going to come into play. There's not one left. There's not one thing unturned that he didn't hit with his story, and I give Robert Kirkman the utmost respect for that. It all comes into play. I asked the same questions. I asked some stuff like that. It all makes sense later. It all makes sense now, but you don't got all the information. So it's like, okay.
How you know that Mark got way more durable, like from the moment he got his powers. Because remember how his father said as they get older, they get stronger?
Viltrumites damn near got Zenkai boosts.
Yeah, I see. Because have you noticed, like, when the first time his dad hit him, that nigga entire chest caved in. That nigga said, "Dad, why did you hit me like that?" But then when he started getting his ass whooped by his father, like, the first hit wasn't as bad as it was the first time he got struck by his father.
No, his father was hitting way harder. He was hitting for real. What did he say? Wait 17 years. I can make it now. I'm like, oh, bro, my God. Oh, my God.
I don't know why he was beating his ass like that. It's like, my nigga, you have not learned, like...
Yeah, think about it. They killed their own people.
Yeah, that's true. But it's your son, bro. You done lived in as a human for you. Bro. I mean, I guess 20 years in the span of your thing. And again, he was making it sound like he was disgusted, but still, like, you have a Viltrumite boy who you acknowledge that you basically have not, you basically have not raised him in the Viltrumite ways. You expect this nigga to turn on everybody right now with no preparation? He ran up on you to help you fight a monster, and he's turning around to seeing you split Mr. fucking
Indestructible
Abraham Lincoln.
This motherfucking immortal nigga in half for the second time. You know what I'm saying? He done killed an immortal nigga twice.
So you telling me Shikamaru was being that immortal nigga and just pull the nigga with the paper bounce,
bro? Like, that's the thing. I ain't never seen a nigga besides Shikamaru and now Omni-Man, I ain't never seen a nigga beat an immortal nigga. You know what I'm saying? They're immortal for a reason.
They might have to change that. Immortal gotta change his name, and Invincible gotta change his.
There's no such thing as immortal if you're decapitating and ripping motherfuckers apart. You know, if motherfuckers can't piece back together. Oh.
No cap, bro.
That shit crazy.
So you feel like Omni-Man was wrong, or was he right?
He was wrong for not giving it longer. Like, it's like, bro, the kid is overwhelmed with he doesn't even know what the fuck is going on, and you're basically telling him like, choose
now.
Yeah,
give him an ultimatum
while beating his ass.
All right, so
he's a Viltrumite. He was giving him a whooping,
right?
And then he killed the pilot nigga. Did you see how he killed the pilot? He didn't.
None of them other
people. Oh my God!
He said such a waste of time.
The people on the train station, bro. Everybody.
No, like who I felt for. It's gonna sound fucked up. I did feel for the people on the train, but what fucked me up was the mama and the daughter.
Oh man, she wanted to live
with the building, bro. That fucked me up, bro. And then he only had the mama hand, and the little girl was nowhere to be found. So
that's
the little girl.
That's what I'm talking about. Where it toasts that line to where it's like, okay. Now look, if Mark gets raped in the show, I won't be mad at that. I won't be mad at that. But if it's like a human, like, woman that just gets like her cheeks turned up by a monster or by a fucking by a Viltrumite, I'd be like, I can't do it, bro.
Oh, hey. You're reading Berserk right now. But with that thought, I just want you to know enjoy.
Oh my god!
I just don't do well with those scenes. So if Berserk gets there, I'm gonna be sick.
Griffith is a whole nother nigga. What Griffith did to fulfill his goal is a whole nother nigga, bro.
I'm very early on.
So. Oh, I remind you, I only watched the original anime, and I started to watch the stuff on HBO Max, the CGI anime or whatever they did, the redo. So I don't know much about the manga for Berserk, but what they showed us in the anime though, oh my god!
When you watch the 1997 anime, it's just a readaptation of this certain arc, so it kind of like goes out of the chronological order for the Berserk manga. Get to like volume 16, I think that's like the end of that arc, and then watch the anime, and you'll be like, okay, 1997, not that 2016 book. No, we're not watching that.
1997 is good. I watched that first.
We're not doing that one, bro. So watch that one, and then you should be good, bro. So I think that's like the best way they can adapt Berserk.
But Viltrumites ain't all right. So it goes into real world themes, culture, backgrounds, where you're from, who you are, racism, stuff like that. It's a lot of things like that. When it comes to the Viltrumites or the aliens and all the different aliens, we seen what happened to Alan. What Alan said, he said the Viltrumites fucked us up so bad we had to start making breeding camps.
Yeah, that's why he came back the second time. He was like, "Oh shit, I
came to warn you."
Right, I came to tell you, it's a Viltrumite here, bro. You might want to be on your
the Viltrumites was
a real nigga, bro.
Joke. Alan is that nigga, bro. I swear to God. But when it comes to a lot of that, I think you like I said, you got spoiled about the
rape
thing. Now it's going to be more to that, because then when you see from the other end, from her point of view, and
it's normal from her point of view.
It's a Viltrumite thing. What did Omni-Man already tell us about the Viltrumites? It's a strong world. It's all about strength. They
so you pick your mating partner by who?
Yeah, you pick.
Dominate?
Yeah, it's a strength thing.
Hey,
and
since
we see that this bodybuilding ass nigga would. He's like, he said there's a planet. There's a planet where I can go.
I need the instant. I need the instant transmission.
I'm trying to get on these cheeks.
Beam me up, nigga.
But yeah, it's more and that's what it goes more into that. That's a culture, where you from, and since you already got spoiled about that, I just let you know. Once she found out human way, it's I'm sorry, you know what I mean. She understood, and so they go into all of that. So I think that
now. This is probably spoil. This is definitely spoiler territory.
All right, we're gonna try to stay away. Somebody just joined.
He's probably not gonna get pregnant. She's probably not getting pregnant by that. Then maybe she is. She is.
You gotta think about it, bro. They want to reproduce, so whenever they do that, it's gonna be for reproductive purposes. Though.
Father Mark at the tender age of 16, 17, 18, whatever the fuck.
Viltrumites live for however long. That really matters.
Don't tell me that Omni-Man kills this baby.
Think about it like this, bro. The 16, because think about it like this. They lived for thousands of years. For the next
season 2 is gonna be popping.
Wow.
Season 2 is gonna be popping.
I gotta make a theory video.
Y'all better make theory videos. Read. Don't even talk no more. Y'all making theories and shit.
No,
Luckily, y'all ain't read it.
I'm not gonna read it.
Luckily, I ain't read it.
I won't read it either. I'm gonna.
There's a lot of good stuff. There's a lot of good stuff. I ain't gonna confirm any of your theories or anything like that. Just y'all enjoy it. Y'all enjoy it. Enjoy the ride.
One more question, because this is really like a Star Wars type of thing, and by that I mean they have the dominated dictatorship type of force. So what the fuck is the Rebel Alliance at? Because I know Earth for a fact.
You already met him.
He alluded to that.
You already met him.
And he also,
I
would say he also alluded to that. He said they were trying to form people that are going to stop the Viltrumite. So I'm assuming Earth's heroes are going to join this galactic JLU.
Ooh, hold on, bro. Let's put it like this. You know how Marvel is? How the space is space and Earth got its heroes?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that.
So niggas come to basically help.
It's Earth heroes and you got space heroes and
it's Endgame. It's Marvel Endgame.
You got shit like you got a lot of shit like that. It's fucking yeah. So one of the things before we go any further, I did want to ask y'all this because we was talking about the Invincible show and I told y'all low key that they was making a movie or that it was in production and stuff. Well, I was thinking about this the other day and how would y'all think about this? Invincible just got confirmed for season 2 and 3. Mm-hmm. If it's anything like the Boyz, Amazon been putting them out within 8 months from each other, like 6 to 8 months like each other. So if they did season 2 and 3 within the next year and a half, would y'all be okay with them making the movie for season 4? Like you had to watch season 1, 2, and 3, and then the movie, just like Marvel. Nope, because that's what Marvel's doing right now. You got to know the show and stuff to understand what's going to go in.
But I'm not watching them shows
and stuff like that.
Movie. See, I think that'd be bullshit, bro, because it's like interfere, like coinciding two different medias together. Be like, oh, you gotta watch the cartoon to understand the live action.
But you know they've done that before, though.
What?
Trust me, I'm finna think about it, but they've done that before. I know for a fact.
I'm finna think about it.
I swear to God, no, because y'all know what I'm talking about.
Barry Allen, bro.
Actually, that since you did say that,
listen, wait. The moment I see Barry Allen from the CW interact with the Flash cartoon, bro,
peep game. I'm happy you said that because I did have to think about it, but you just said one. They have a Vixen cartoon that's coincide with the Flash and Arrowverse that you can find on HBO. That is connected
but that
to
also is typically
to the live action.
That's in a bonus feature, like because it's also for the CW people.
But I mean, I get it, but it's a part of that. Like you'll have to know that if you want to know.
Man, don't nobody fuck with that shit.
No, hey, but that's his own example. But that's not even what I was talking about. That's not even what I was talking about though. That's not even what you say. That's dope. No, I didn't even watch it.
Nah.
I'm gonna say I'm literally, but that wasn't what I was thinking of, bro, at all. There's actually been cartoons and animations that are live actions that being coincide with each other. Or you had to know it. Witcher, The Witcher, they're doing that with The Witcher right now for Netflix. You got The Witcher anime or live action, and then they doing an animation that is a prequel to that live action. So there are meteors.
But that's the thing. You're not talking about a prequel. A prequel could be done like that. A sequel, on the other hand, can't be done like that, bro.
Why?
That'd be bullshit, bro.
Why? It's still the same actors, and you still got the same story.
For example, if we went from using Scorpion's Revenge, right?
Mm-hmm. And to using the movie Mortal Kombat movie. But
not that Mortal Kombat movie, like Mortal Kombat 2.
Something that goes after
Annihilation.
I wouldn't have a problem with it because it's still done by the same people at Amazon. And if Amazon's going to keep it there, they keep it in-house and keep it on Amazon Prime where you're not changing sources to go get it somewhere else. You're still getting the same media. You got the storyline beforehand. Just like reading the comic books before a movie, which DC Universe also got that. They made you read hold up. They made you read the prequel comics, which you can still find that goes into Batman v Superman and shit. A lot of medias do that. Star Wars, you got your books and your shows that leads into they movies or they movies that leads into the show. For Star Wars right now. So I can show you there's a lot of instances where they do that. But does it always work? No.
What we have with CGI, like I said, I said it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be ass. So regardless, they can do it. It's their money. They can do it.
Right. You just saying you don't think it'll transition well. You don't think it'll transition well over to live action. That's a better thing.
For example, the Cthulhu monster. Mm-hmm. They're not gonna be able to pull that Cthulhu monster off.
Shit, why not? Have you watched Lovecraft Country?
To the point that the animation would do it.
I don't know.
It won't hit the mark.
Listen,
that
a
well.
lot of shit like the Boys and Jupiter Legacy and some of these things. Yeah.
Oh
you
yeah,
can
I'm
see
not
what
fucking
it
with
works.
Jupiter Legacy.
But a lot of those things can show you some of the things that you could. That you gotta remember, we came a long way with CGI and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or effects and After Effects. They could do a lot. Depends on how big the budget is and how much money they put into it. You gotta get the right actors. So I would say from a budget standpoint, it'll be quite a bit. But we see some of these movies are spending $500 million on movies alone. Amazon got the money to spend. They could put the money, like what they say. They doing the Lord of the Rings show. And did you see recently how much money they put in there? I forgot what it was. What the fuck? It was some outrageous number, and I was like, no, that's crazy.
A couple hundred million.
Yeah, I think it was more than that, bro. It was crazy, like how much. We would have to look at it probably after the stream, but they putting so much money into that Amazon show for Lord of the Rings that it makes some of these budgets look like it ain't nothing. That has $500 million budgets and shit.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like, if Amazon doing stuff like that, they could put the money into a movie that will top it off to an event, because it is an active production right now. Like, they're not filming anything, but they're working on the script and trying to put it out so they could get the movie going. So if they're gonna do two different things, like the show's the show, but then what, we're gonna get a whole new beginning of Mark's story for the movie?
See, if they make, I would rather have them just make a movie adaptation of the same thing, a live action, just start from the start. I feel like from the beginning, they just have the movie end the same way the season ended. It just won't be as detailed because it's episode versus movie, so you can't really have the movie be as detailed because it's gonna be too fucking long. But you see how people was complaining about the Snyder Cut, like how the Snyder Cut made the Justice League movie, you feel me, better, but people like, oh, it's a 4-hour movie.
That's on them. They act like they got better time to do. They sit there and watch all the episodes of motherfucking Murder, She Wrote.
Nigga, they sit there and watch Grey's Anatomy.
And Grey's Anatomy. You see what I mean? Like, stop it. I ain't trying to hear that shit. If the movie's long or the show's long, that's good. I like the TV show route, like the HBO did with Game of Thrones and stuff like that, where you got more time to tell more of a story through hour episodes than movies now. To be honest, I enjoy that a little bit more for the stories and stuff. But if you do it right,
I agree.
you could. I think you get a good live action Invincible. I think the only reason that Amazon didn't do that is because it'll be so close to The Boys, and they already got The Boys live action.
That's bro.
And that's why I just think that the cart, like the animation, could lead up into a Amazon movie.
I do think that the Boys, though similar enough, The Boys has less of an interesting story, you know. But yeah, I'm glad Invincible was it's done in a cartoon way. If they do a live action one, I can't even vouch that I'm going to watch it, because it's like, what's the point at this point? You've already told the story. You got the story in two mediums.
That's why I'm saying, like, that's why they would have to lead into, if that movie is still in active production, which they said it was not even 2 weeks ago, because Seth Rogen's working on it like he did for the actual cartoon. I would think that they will lead into that movie with the animation. Let the animation tell you most of the good story, and then they get to that one movie. Now,
I don't know what content it will cover, so if it makes sense story-wise, it makes sense.
Like,
you know.
See, I feel it if it's like a prequel. If it's like Omni-Man before he got to Earth, and then at the end of it, he gets to Earth.
And then we go into the Invincible cartoon.
That'd be nice, too. I'd be cool with that.
It'll make better sense that way, because at that point, we don't really need the movie,
right?
And then you can just pretty much reference with scenes from the not even from the movie, but like little animated
anime,
yeah.
And then
you wouldn't even have to have seen like you said, you wouldn't have to seen the anime to go into an Omni-Man origin, because it'll give you
everything you need. But then, but if you make it a sequel, it fucks it up completely. Yeah. If it's not an animated movie. It's like me saying, like, okay, we did the first season of Demon Slayer, and then
Demon Slayer, you have to get used to.
But they did do that.
What?
What's up? Demon Slayer, not the live action, but they did the season that could lead into a movie. Though it's not a live action movie, it's still that movie.
I'm fine with an animated Invincible movie, but the live action was where it kind of takes the thing away, because now I have to get used to I have to get used to whoever they cast per thing, because now nobody's gonna sound the same. Nobody's gonna, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like now I have to decide if I like this Omni-Man in an hour and a half to 2 hours.
So I get this Mark. I get where you coming from. That actor, whoever would have to play Mark in this situation, would have to portray the Mark we seen on the animation. You have to continue that Mark. If you become all right. So yeah, I agree with y'all on that point. If they fuck it up, if they fuck it up. Now I think you could do it. Trust me, I do believe there's a way where you could go from this animation to the movie, because me personally, I could see I know okay, this is a story that is leading to this. Just obviously they look different,
and knowing that they're now they're referencing shit that never really happened in their in their timeline, even though it's made to be their timeline. But if that's basically us watching 2 seasons of the Boondocks, and we decide that we gonna make our own Boondocks, and niggas is gonna have to reference us 3 as specific characters. You know what I'm saying? Now niggas got to decide and then we're all 3 of us talking, one of us Uncle Ruckus and 2 of us is the boys, and now we referencing shit that happened in the past seasons. And
I got you. It's pretty much you have to change your imagination. Change okay. You know how this person looked in the animation, but now you got these niggas that's playing these people that never played. These niggas referencing shit. There's another movie that did that shit. I swear to God, and it had that kind of same effect where it's okay, these are totally different people. Mortal Kombat. It's kind of like when you change an actor too. Sometimes you no, this actor is still playing that same person you seen in the first movie.
Yeah, that's like with the Harry Potter shit, and when Dumbledore died and crap like that.
Right, so I get it. Sometimes it can have
Dumbledore that nigga?
Yeah, that was a whole different dude playing Dumbledore in the last 2 movies, 3. It was after Half-Blood Prince.
I haven't seen anything past the Chamber of Secrets.
Oh, nigga, you sleeping?
Nah, bitch, you slob.
You slob.
Yeah, nigga, you low-key uncultured if you ain't seen that. That Harry Potter, my nigga.
Expecto Patronum your ass to the
you made it through the worst 2 movies, nigga. The other ones, go.
Nigga, nah, I like Sorcerer's Stone.
Nigga, go.
The second one was trash.
Nigga, get on that Prisoner of Azkaban, nigga.
Man, Prisoner of Azkaban was this shit, man. Half-Blood Prince.
Nigga, the way they start sliding. The way they start sliding the Order of Phoenix. Stop.
Niggas. Y'all got this petroleum.
Expecto Patronum that ass. Boy, I'm telling you.
Expecto Petroleum.
Bro, when you
start. Expecto Patronum, nigga.
And they bring out them real niggas. When that nigga Voldemort really start making moves, nigga. Bro, them niggas suspicious.
How about the nigga who hit him with the touch on his motherfucking forehead and shit? That nigga?
Oh, yeah. The nigga who gave him this. Bro, when the nigga starts getting active, nigga, bro, them niggas start coming with that. Them niggas be killing niggas with them forbidden curses. Niggas, bodies start to drop, nigga.
Avada Kedavra.
And they just be letting that shit off.
Abracadabra.
Avada Kedavra.
Yeah, nigga. They just be letting that shit off, too. They be...
I think they be...
Wait. Okay, Trent.
Niggas be like this. Niggas be dumb, boy. Niggas be... Oh, shit, ass.
Okay, let me try to spell. Square no Newporto.
You looked up Harry Potter spells?
Nah, nigga, I just grabbed Newport out the box, nigga.
Wingardium Leviosa. But nah, y'all, that Invincible overall, all the way to beginning and end, like I said before, 10 out of 10. Amazing character development, amazing voice acting. J.K. Simmons did his damn thing as Omni-Man. Guess they agreed they wouldn't want to see a live action if it's live action. I think they do a good job though. I think they can, as long as the actors they got it could portray the same people we already see them on on camera or on the show on the small screen, they got to portray them damn near perfectly. If we were supposed to see them as them.
If it's gonna be like a movie, a live action movie, do an IEU. You can't just do no one movie. You got to do an IEU.
All right, so Invincible's like every other comic. You got multiverses and shit too. You know what I mean? They already said that in the show. They was like, what, he from parallel universe or he's from this? But you know what I mean? When it came to certain things, we seen that those aliens came from a whole different galaxy or universe and shit.
Universe. No, they came from a different timeline.
So they fucking
like a different dimension.
We'll see. So how about this for the movie? I'm still thinking about the movies things. What if he just pull one of those other characters from these other universes and make a live action? So you ain't seen the same characters that we grew or that we seen coming up in the last few months.
So what you're telling me is these niggas became a cartoon and became a character? Went from a cartoon to a real life person?
Yep.
Hey,
bro, this is not Space Jam, bro.
Space Jam.
Yeah, that would be too much.
Do your dance.
No, Google or YouTube rather the spell I just put in the chat.
Avada
Kedavra.
That's that curse spell.
Yeah, that's that one that be there. That's
Death
what they be
spell.
dropping them bodies.
Instant.
Oh, who is this nigga with the no nostrils? Huh?
That's the nigga. That's the main
the
nigga that you see. Yeah.
The nigga always had the towel over his head, nigga. How am I supposed to?
Yeah, he was marinating.
He said, "Think."
He wasn't ready yet. He ain't ready yet. He don't come out. He don't start really getting active until a few movies in. But he didn't like some surrogate bodies before.
I'm gonna fuck around and stream the Harry Potter movies then.
Oh, bro, that'd be a hit.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Who is this fat baby, folk?
That's him.
This bitch don't got no lip. Her upper lip look overstressed. What the fuck?
Yeah, we pretty much had a pretty good discussion on the first season. Any final thoughts on the first season, y'all? And what y'all want to see for the next season too?
I want the side characters to get more fleshed out.
Yeah, I agree. I want to see what's going on with my gangster nigga. I want him to eat still. I don't want him to die, but I want him to get his ways turned around.
And
Who, Titan?
back to Mars.
Yeah, the guy with the kid.
You say you want to see Mars? You want to see Mars back? Yeah. They set us all up. They showed us all of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what's going on with that? That's gonna be I feel like that's gonna be annoying more than it's gonna be anything.
I feel like we gonna get like another glimpse of season 2, but they're gonna save it for season 3.
No, I think it'll probably be I think it'll be like a. You know, like in One Piece arcs, in most arcs, there's something that happens in between that you're gonna have to get over before you really face the reason why you're actually there. You know what I'm saying? There's always like a red starting point.
5, 6.
Yeah, right, exactly. The first couple episodes we dealing with we probably still will deal with the earthquake dude again because we did see him again, but.
Like a couple new heroes.
We may not. I don't know what season this covers as far as that comic thing that we see, but we may not even see a whole bunch of Omni-Man stuff until towards the end of season 2. Like,
and then make it like whatever happens from there. It probably will be
then
like
we get season 3. Yeah, you know, we might get like if it's another 8 episodes, we might get like the first 5 with the earthquake guy and then the Mars shit, and then like 6, 7, 8, we make it like Omni-Man shit, Viltrum shit, boom, season 3.
So should we get 8 episodes for season 2 or 3, or should we get like 10 episodes?
I want 10.
I think they're gonna do us a little bit better this year.
I think the 8 was just like testing it out.
Yeah, they was testing it to see like. I think they was testing the water, putting their toe in it. You know what I mean? Like, it's warm a little
But
bit.
at the same time, they may not. I always feel like they're gonna do us better like some shows gonna do us better a second season. But I think with the high turnaround, they may not even bother. They may just keep doing 8 episodes a season.
It just depends on how fast they push it out. And they know people going to want to, and it's all on Amazon. As long as Amazon see they making a profit off Invincible, they're going to see how many times people watched it, and they're going to see how much money people been spending on the Amazon Prime, keeping the Amazon Prime on. They keep watching it.
Yeah, I know niggas who was making free Amazon Prime and reactivating old Amazon Prime to watch it. So shit.
They was like, shit, they gonna watch it how they can.
I was on the bootlegs.
So yeah, I think they're gonna
Come on
see.
now, Trent. this nigga Trent put his trophy on his chest. That nigga said, "Yeah, put power of the bootleg."
Oh, no. Trapping the bandwidth.
I had to, nigga. I wasn't doing all that. I mean, I did watch the full, like, my shit has a prime account, so I don't know why I always bootleg shit, but I did watch the last few episodes. So
you good,
Prime.
bro. I usually don't pay for Netflix or no shit like that, so hey.
No, they ain't lying. They pay for everything. They pay for all this shit. Just letting y'all know. Don't let them fool y'all. They pay for everything.
We do got the subscriptions, but I be trying to watch shit that come out the same day. And I ain't waiting for it to get on Netflix.
He be buying all of that shit.
2-3 years later.
Nah, nigga, y'all be buying all that shit.
Right.
Don't tell no.
Y'all buy everything.
Don't tell nobody.
Y'all seen what happened to what's that nigga? The fucking H3. He said on his podcast that he streamed the Logan, like he bootleg or trapped the bandwidth for the Logan Paul fight or the Jake Paul fight, and now he's getting sued. They coming after all those motherfuckers. They was like, oh, just because you said you did, and then told everybody, yeah, we coming for your ass.
That's cool and all.
We pay for everything. We pay for everything.
What a video of the day. Hey, I'm just saying, if it's on HBO and I have an HBO account, I'm just saying.
Yes.
It's the same as if a nigga come over to your crib and y'all watch a movie and that nigga don't got HBO at the crib. Same shit, bro. But shit, I don't really got no close thoughts. I think it was a great season, bro.
Hell yeah. All right, so next time, what's up?
Could have been better. Could have been worse.
I think they gave us a lot, and it gave everybody feels. It made you love characters, made you hate characters. Even Mark could piss you off sometimes because you thought he was being some immature stuff, but throughout that season, it made me just kept making me want more and more and more. So I'm pretty excited for season 2 and 3. I agree with both of y'all's statements on giving us more character development for the other side characters, which I can't wait to see. Certain characters I would like to see pop up here soon. That should have been in season 1. But for the most part, I think it was great. I would like to talk more about Invincible if we ever want to. If you ever start reading the comics and want to talk about that, we could. Episode 1 of the Invincible podcast is not even just Invincible podcast, it's just one of the Invincible episodes 4. Could be the start of the podcast. I said I was always gonna start, but it was great, man. It was great, and I can't wait to do some more or talk about something else here soon.
Oh yeah, man, appreciate it.
Oh yeah. I appreciate y'all coming through. But we finna end the stream right here. Everybody who came through the chat, I appreciate it. Yosa, my guy, Money, you already know I appreciate you, bro. Nara, I appreciate you hosting it. Everybody, get the fuck out of here. We out here.
Peace.
And we stay sexy.